What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life of Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for Poetry's news and twisted views. We are on the move again. Welcome back to the channel. If you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is a variety channel where I talk about my life, TV shows, movies, reviews, and other news. Some shit you can't even use. So, I'm in traffic, y'all. I took the toll road so I can get to work faster because I only got 24 minutes to get there. And we sitting still. I could have just took the regular street if we was going to sit still. Shit. I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late today. So, today, I didn't think I had any news to report. I really didn't. And I was like, I'm going to get to sit at home and do a PNTV. I can do some research and look some stuff up. And it didn't happen like that. I just got the shower, so I'm dripping water too. And it didn't happen that way. Today, the government has declared this a national day of mourning for President George Bush. What that means for me, because I'm a government employee, is that government offices were shut down. There was no, we're not supposed to be at work today. Well, they always say, with the exception of essential personnel. My job is not essential. Essential would be military, the VA hospital, things like that. My job is not an essential job, but I still had to go to work anyway. And some people saying, well, Poetry, your job might be essential. You know, the reason why I know my job ain't essential, because everybody is off except for 13 people. He's making 13 of us come in, and we have to do not only the job we would normally do today, but everybody else's. We got to pick up the slack for everybody else who was able to take off work or to get off work today for this National Day of Mourning. Now, let me tell y'all, I honestly thought George Bush was already dead. No shade to the man. I just don't follow their life like that. I don't really vibe with the Bush family like that. To me, follow their life. When Barbara Bush passed away with herself, I thought that George had went before her. I really did. So when they said that he had passed, I was like, really? That was news to me, because I thought the man was already had already gone on glory or wherever the hell his God is going to take him to. But it was ironic to me that he passed away on AIDS Awareness Day. And he was instrumental, him along with Ronald Reagan, was very instrumental in healthcare being cut for persons affected with HIV and persons affected with AIDS and HIV. The healthcare was cut greatly by the Reagan and Bush administration. And I don't know, it was kind of like twofold, you know, I don't know. It's just, I just thought that was very just ironic that that's the day that he passed on. And that was one of his greatest impacts that I recall during his time in office. And if you haven't got tested, haven't got checked, please do so. Know your status. Know your status. Know your status. Because in 2018, I don't know why, but in 2018, there is more and more people out here using unprotected sex or having sex unprotected than I have ever heard before, and bragging on it like it's the shit. They out here bragging about meeting new faces, that they ain't never met before. They slept with for the first time, and they swallowing babies and putting their face in a place like you out here eating the disease and shit like that. Just wrap it the fuck up. In my giveaway bag that I'm gonna give away on Grown Folks Session that has been moved to Thursday, I'm plugging it every doggone video. I got a 12-pack of Trojan condoms in there for y'all to give away. Wrap it the fuck up. Even if you're married and you have any doubt that your man or wife might be cheating on you, wrap it the fuck up. Use it for play. Act like you know, hey, it's a warming sensation condom. It's a rib condom. Let's try out some different textures and feelings. Use something, but protect your doggone self. Oh, get tested. Know your status. Even when I was celibate, I was still getting tested every 6 months until the doctor was like, why do you keep coming back here if you ain't having sex? And I'd be like, because the HIV virus can lay dormant in your body for up to 10 years. I don't know if that's still the same. I think that's still the same. It can lay dormant in your body. But now they have some many advanced ways to test now, and you can get your results back quicker. I was getting tested every 6 months, even when I wasn't having sex. Know your status. That's all I'm saying. Know your status. So moving on from George Bush, the W is the son, over to this current administration. Dumb Donald is at it again. So we already got today off as a day of mourning for George Bush. As of December 7th, which is Friday, he's planning on doing a government shutdown. Somebody explained to me why they always do the government shutdowns in December, right around the holidays. Every time they threaten a government shutdown, it's always around the holidays. But he's threatening to do a government shutdown because, why? They don't want to pay for the Mexican wall, the border patrol wall, you know. He down there right now got the border patrol pepper spraying children trying to cross the wall, trying to find a better way of life. And it's not war. It's not war. Why are we pepper spraying children, women and children, men, anybody? Why are we pepper spraying anybody? We had that same issue when we was dealing with the protests. Why are we pepper spraying any fucking body? But yeah. So, you know, doing his run for office, he promised that he was going to build that fucking wall. And that he was going to make sure that Mexico paid for the fucking wall. Mexico said, fuck you, you know. Same way that most of us Americans say about this motherfucker, fuck you. And earlier this year, he threatened to shut down, you know, because he needed 25 million or billion for the wall and didn't get that. Now he's threatening to shut down for the 5 million or billion he needed for the wall. And he's so concerned with Mexico and immigrants crossing the border, but ain't concerned about no other race of people who are still coming into this country illegally. Is this my exit? No, I'm exit 249. Not concerned at all. So, you know, he want the brown and the black people to be shut the fuck out, because of course, remember the people from black countries, he gave a list of them motherfuckers. We ain't shit as people, you know. But we got so many other illegal immigrants. I know so many Caucasian immigrants who didn't come here legally, but there's no sanctions being placed to regulate everybody. He's only, you know, looking at Mexico. Man, you know how many, I don't know why, but there's a lot of people that come from Canada here to America and ain't went back, because Canada is kind of like a gateway for a lot of other countries. You can the entry into Canada is a lot more laxed than it is coming to the United States. So they go to Canada, and then they come to Canada and they come here. I know a lot of folks that's doing that. But I know of a lot of folks. I ain't gonna say I currently know them because I don't deal with a lot of people anymore. My social skills is really lacking. 44. I should be at my daughter's job in 5 minutes in order for me to make it to work on time. Let's see how we do. Okay, so yeah. So there's a threat of a government shutdown on Friday. In other politics, remember the Stacey Abrams, who was running in Georgia, announced that she is not stopping her runs at all. She's finna go all the way, possibly, to the White House and try to run. I was like, either the Senate, you know, she may be talking about president. But, yeah, Stacey's going to keep going. She's going to keep pushing, keep moving. I'm not that familiar with all of her work, so I want to keep an eye on Miss Stacey Abrams and see exactly where she go with this. Because, you know, a lot of people don't want Kamala Harris to run. And although out of all the people who's out there right now, I think Kamala is my best bet. But, yeah, Stacey Abrams goes and what she does in politics. Do I have any international news today? I may not. I need to probably look it up. Well, in Baltimore, I have an RIP to Miss Jacquelyn Smith. Jacquelyn Smith and her husband were driving along the road, and they saw what appeared to be a homeless woman and her baby on the side of the road. Jacquelyn and her husband stopped to offer assistance, possibly some money. And while they did that, a man walked up to their car and approached them, thanked them for the money, and then tried to steal her wallet. Okay, there was an altercation, and Jacquelyn Smith was stabbed and later died from her wounds. She was stabbed. I don't know how many times the young person stabbed her, or the person stabbed her. I don't even have the name of the people who actually harmed her. And I hate to say it, that's one reason why I don't like to give money to homeless people. I would give clothing, I would give toiletries, blankets, food. But money, I do not pull out. And look, you son of a disrespectful motherfucker, you. Money, I don't pull out. I don't pull out money and roll my window down to give out to homeless. I just don't. Because a lot of them are panhandlers. Some of them are panhandlers. I ain't gonna say a lot. A majority of some homeless people are truly indeed homeless. Yet their situation that they're in causes them to do extreme things and extreme measures to survive on the street, including robbing and stealing and things of that nature. But come on, you don't let me over. Thank you. Appreciate you. Like especially back home in St. Louis. Back home, you pretty much knew who the fakers and shakers were. It was this young man that used to be down on Skinker near the Metrolink. If you're from St. Louis, you know where I'm talking about. And he has a prosthetic leg, and you will see him walking down there, and he's limping around. He's always real dirty and grimy. And I used to always stop and give him food. He would literally take the food. He would always eat it. You could sense that he was genuinely hungry when I gave him the food. But people of St. Louis who knew him knew he was a heroin addict. I've seen people even stop and give him the drugs. Or he would be down there begging for money, and then whoever he's buying the drugs from, you would see them roll up on him, and he would do an exchange for the drug. He was on heroin. Then one day I was over at my garden, and there's a walking path by my garden, and I seen him walking through there. He wasn't limping. He still got the prosthetic leg, but he wasn't limping today. He was a tad bit cleaner than he normally was, and I'm thinking maybe he got a bath. Somebody washed him up. I am riding into the sun. I apologize. And that's what I was thinking at first. And while I water my garden, sometimes I'll turn on the sprinklers and I'll walk away, and then I'll walk the path myself. And so I happened to walk the way which he was walking, the same direction. This man got a 3-story house. He ain't homeless. He ain't homeless at all. Got a 3-story house. He had a 2017 Toyota Camry. And I was like, is that him? No. He's undeniable. He's undeniable who he was. So I knew he was. I was being rhetorical when I asked the question. And I was like, this motherfucker live on the next block over from my cousin. Like, my cousin lives in a neighborhood where there's a lot of old 3-story houses. The houses have like 19 goddamn rooms and shit. This is where this man lives, and this is like, well, he's down on the corner begging for money as if he's homeless and he needs help and assistance. And on top of that, somebody else caught him, I guess after he had got some heroin and he nodded off. They caught him on the side of the road in his 2017 Camry and took pictures of him and put him up on Facebook. It was like, this motherfucker right here. This is why I don't give. And like I say, I just don't give cash. But you never know what happens in situations like these. Like this young lady here is deciding to come help this young lady and her child, who she is presumed to be homeless, and got robbed and stabbed. It was a setup. The whole thing was a setup. She took her money out and they tried to snatch the wallet. And you want to say, just let them have the wallet, sis. Your life is worth more than that. But your natural reaction is either fight or flight. And 9 times out of 10, most people, somebody trying to snatch their shit, they gonna snatch back and an altercation will ensue. But this particular time, Miss Jacquelyn lost her life on it. And yeah, it's some fucked up shit. And I think I said what this happened in Baltimore. This happened in Baltimore. Let's see if I got any world news for y'all. That's universal. I'm 8 minutes from the time I'm supposed to be at work, and I really need to be at my job. Amber Guyger. Remember the cop down in Texas that walked into her apartment that wasn't her apartment, that ended up killing Botham Jean, the resident that lived on the 4th floor, the floor above her. Well, she was just indicted by a grand jury. She's going to be indicted on murder charges instead of manslaughter charges. Because there's still a lot of sketchy shit that happened in there, you know. I'm still wanting to know why in Botham Jean's apartment there was all this police grade gear, police files and records, and he wasn't a cop. It appeared to me that maybe there was some type of relationship going on, or maybe he was seeing another cop and she was jealous of it or something like that, because the building was supposed to have been known for housing different police officials. And there was so much information that came out about the apartments, the way the apartments look, the difference of the locks. The parking garage may seemingly be the same, whatever. So much information. And even like the footage from the cam showing her pacing back and forth, probably moments after she shot both of them. She first said that the door was ajar. Then they said that, he opened up the jar and he opened up the door. It was so much wrong misinformation that you can't do anything but take this case to court. Now, whether or not she will be indicted, actually charged, because she's been indicted, whether or not she'll be actually charged is what we need to have happen. At some point, these officers need to start being held accountable for their actions, especially for me, the ones that are off duty. You're an off-duty officer. Why are you still grabbing your gun and shooting at anybody? Yeah, okay. Damn it, somebody else got shot? I'm so sick of reading about black men getting shot. I'm so sick of reading about black men getting shot. I don't even want to report them no more. New Caledonia. I don't even know where that's at. If y'all know where New Caledonia is at, y'all let me know. In New Caledonia, there's a tsunami warning following a very large earthquake that happened last night. It was a 7.6 earthquake that struck the region. New Caledonia is in Vanuatu and Fiji. Fiji. Is that that's in the Orient, if I'm not mistaken? Woo! I didn't know I got the sun right there. Okay. So I'm gonna have the sun creeping in for a little bit, y'all. I apologize, because my visor won't stay up and block the sun all the way. But I'm almost at work, so when I turn this corner, my battery is dying. I'm gonna be at work forever. I'm gonna be at work forever. I'm still upset that I gotta go in the doggone work when the rest of the fucking government offices are shut the hell down. And I was feeling good yesterday. I got off early. Y'all see my video yesterday? I did a random rides home video. Just riding, jamming to some music, dancing and everything. I was feeling good. I was feeling real, extra special. Like, how do I get this? It's the back window. I can't do nothing about the back window. Maybe if I can let my seat down a little bit. Nah, that didn't help either. I don't know. Lifting it up a little more helped a little bit. I got this high pineapple ponytail on top of my head. Maybe that'll help, but I don't know. So, that's all the international news I'm going to give y'all is about the tsunami warning. And so, our prayers up for the citizens of New Caledonia. They're asking them to seek safety amid a tsunami. It's just so much death going on around the world. So much death. I mean, do we got any good news out there? Like, if y'all know any good news stories, drop it down in the comment section for me. I need some good news. I need to be put back into a good mood. I've also done my Vlogmas videos. There will be another Vlogmas video later on today. Yesterday's Vlogmas, me and Keena ruined Santa. And the thoughts and myths about Santa. It's all in fun and jest. I like Christmas time. I'm not a bah humbug person. But, fuck it. It's a variety channel. I'll give y'all a variety of shit. And some of those thoughts and views we really be saying and thinking. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that I still like to celebrate the holiday season. So thank y'all for coming to my channel. Like I said, I need a good news story. Give me some good news. Y'all know something good. Drop it in the comment section. Something in your local town that you may have heard. Drop it in the comment section. Drop it in the comment section. Because that's all I got is bad news. Oh, I don't even want to talk about what Adam Levine did on The Voice last night. My gosh. No. Ain't nothing in there. Let's go here and see if anything in this section. Priyanka Chopra and the little boy got married. What's his name? I was supposed to call him a Backstreet Boy. He's not a Backstreet Boy. What's the Jonas Brothers? Yeah, Priyanka and Jonas, they got married. She had a 75-foot long wedding train. And I know Miss Classic Gracious, you probably said it, girl, put that damn phone down. Ain't no traffic around me right now on this side of the road. I'm in the cool part of town. The only thing I gotta watch out is for little kids across the street. Oh, yeah. Okay, y'all. I think that's all the news I got for y'all. So thank y'all very much. Thank y'all for coming back. Like I said, if y'all got some doggone good news for y'all local area, what have you. I know that the news about Amber Guyger being indicted is good news. But no, I want some happy fucking news. Like somebody opened up a business. Like when Snoop Dogg got his star on the Walk of Fame a couple weeks ago. Some good news. Something that make you smile type of news. It just put some joy and some laughter on your face. Some kid. Oh, there was this little YouTube kid who just made $26 million. It might have been $1 billion. Passing up Jeffree Star and who was the other person? Jeffree Star and somebody else. Is it PewDiePie? He just passed them up. He's now the highest paid YouTuber. This little 6-year-old boy that does toy reviews. Yeah, I mean, YouTube people is popping off. I can't wait till my time, y'all. I can't wait till my time to shine. And y'all can say y'all knew me when I was back a little peon, a little nobody. That's a good little story. I was like, look at you, better go, young sir. You better go. I can't see the doggone thing. Somebody sent it to me in text, and I don't have it on this phone. I'm recording on the phone that the text came through on. But go ahead on, little youngster. Go ahead on. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming back. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.